So the next level then, and I'm continuing with the Moses camp, where the next level had Moses, had some of the student body, build the tabernacle, the Holy of Holies, which was basically a tent that they could pick up and move. I mean, everything was made to be movable. Not that they didn't have to reset things up and all, but this area was, Moses was the only one permitted to go inside there completely. I think maybe Aaron and a few others were able to go inside there and take care of bringing food and stuff like that. I don't know if Aaron ever went into the innermost chamber of that protected area, that tent that was set up. But Moses was the only one that was allowed to see the face of the next level. So that to me says that there was some kind of physical being in that camp for part of that time. Not necessarily all that time, because there were times when there was a cloud cover around that tent. And that might have been when they would bring in a spacecraft and they would send that physical individual to be there for a little while with Moses. And they were told at one point that if they went near that tent, that they would be killed. And they did. And they were killed. So there were a lot of lessons being taught there, the basics of following instructions and how important it was. And so, and then when Jesus and John the Baptist came as a partnership, even though they didn't necessarily come together, they were directed at the same time, as the story goes. And they were both, I believe John the Baptist was Aaron from the Old Testament, coming back, as was prophesied in Isaiah. And he was the messenger before Jesus. But he was not a member of the next level, as Jesus was. Because he was, like Jesus said, that even the greatest human, which he said was John the Baptist, is not as evolved or was not equal to even the least member of the kingdom of God, the kingdom in the heavens. So that to me meant that Aaron, John the Baptist, was still a student in training to become a member of the next level that could even do a task like Moses was doing. The soul, actually, that was using the body named Moses. The soul that was using the body named Jesus. The soul that was using the body named Doe. So the next level, to take on and off a vehicle, is not an unusual job to have. But in some cases, or I don't know if in all cases, when that soul leaves that vehicle, the vehicle no longer lives. But it doesn't mean it has to die. Doe said that his vehicle can said that his vehicle could be put on in a closet while he did this task, but some of the vehicles they brought with them and were in the crashes in Roswell and Aztec. That's how they decided to get rid of their vehicles, so that they could be undercover and they could go and take human vehicles. I don't know if that's the way it worked with the Jesus experiment and the Moses experiment. So I'm going to leave it at that and talk to you again another time.